Welcome to Mr. English Cafe. It is 11 p.m., you are lying in bed, and you are exhausted. But your brain is wide awake. You start thinking about that email you sent 3 days ago. Did I sound rude? Should I have used a different word? Suddenly, one small thought becomes a mountain. You are stuck. Does this sound like you? Do you feel like your mind is a hamster wheel that never stops turning? Today, we are going to break that wheel. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. I am Joe, your friend and guide on this journey to better English and a better life. I am so happy you are here with me today. Today, we are diving into a topic that affects almost everyone: overthinking. It is that heavy feeling of thinking too much and doing too little. We are going to learn a very simple 2-minute rule to help you stop the noise and start moving. Before we start, if you find these lessons helpful, please click that subscribe button and give us a like. It really helps our community grow. Now, let's get into it. Overthinking feels like being in a rocking chair. You're moving back and forth very fast, but you aren't going anywhere. Imagine you want to start exercising. You think, I need the perfect shoes. I need a gym membership. I need to find the best workout video. 2 hours later, you are still sitting on the sofa looking at shoes online. You haven't moved a muscle. You are overthinking the process. This is where the 2-minute rule comes in. It was popularized by productivity experts, but it is very simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. But there is a second part for bigger goals. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. If you want to read more, don't think about reading 50 pages. Just tell yourself, I will read for 2 minutes. Anyone can do something for 2 minutes. It stops your brain from worrying because the task feels so small and easy. When you stop thinking about the giant mountain and just look at the first step, the fear goes away. I want to share some wisdom from people who studied human behavior for years. First, let's talk about Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie was a very famous American writer and teacher. He lived many years ago, but his advice is still perfect for us today. He wrote a very famous book called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. He believed that most of our problems come from our own minds, he once wrote. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. Let's look at that deeply. Inaction means doing nothing. When we sit and think, we create doubt, we start to be afraid. But the moment you take action, even a tiny 2-minute action, you start to feel confidence. Action is the medicine for fear. Next, let's talk about James Clear. He is a modern writer who wrote a #1 best-selling book called Atomic Habits. This book is all about how tiny changes, atomic or very small habits, can change your life. James Clear says we often fail because we try to do too much too soon. He writes, "A habit must be established before it can be improved. Many of us overthink because we want to be perfect. We want perfect English or a perfect plan. But James Clear is telling us, just start. You cannot improve a habit that doesn't exist yet. You have to show up first, even if it is just for 2 minutes. So, how can you practice this today? I have 3 deep suggestions to help you move from thinking to doing. 1. The 2-minute tidy. If you see a mess, maybe some mail on the table or a coat on a chair, don't think about cleaning the whole house. That thought is too big and makes you tired. Instead, tell yourself, I will tidy for 120 seconds. When the task is that small, your brain doesn't fight you. Often, once you start, you find the energy to keep going, but the goal is just to start. 2. The sentence rule for language. If you are nervous about speaking English, your brain might say, what if I make a grammar mistake? This is overthinking. Use the sentence rule. Tell yourself you will only say one simple sentence. Just one. By focusing on only one sentence, you lower the pressure. You stop worrying about a 10-minute conversation and focus on the next 5 words. It breaks the ice. 3. The 5-second countdown. This is a great trick for when you feel stuck in your head. When you know you should do something, but you are overthinking it, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. When you reach 1, you must physically move, stand up, walk, open the book. This countdown interrupts the overthinking loop in your brain and forces you into action. To conclude, overthinking is just a habit of the mind trying to protect you from making mistakes. But as Dale Carnegie taught us, action is where confidence lives. And as James Clear reminds us, we just need to start small. Remember this final reminder: done is better than perfect. A short 2-minute walk is better than a perfect 1-hour run that never happened. Be kind to yourself. You don't need to figure out your whole life today. You just need to handle the next 2 minutes. That is all for today's episode. We talked about the weight of overthinking, the wisdom of Dale Carnegie and James Clear, and how to use the 2-minute rule to change your life. I want to leave you with a question to think about. What is one small thing you have been overthinking lately? Is it a phone call, a chore, a project? Tell me in the comments what is 1 2-minute action you will take right now. I love reading your stories. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, like, and share this podcast with a friend who might be thinking a bit too much today. I'm Joe. Stay brave, stay simple, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for joining us. In this podcast, you've learned the following. Let's read aloud. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. A habit must be established before it can be improved. A habit must be established before it can be improved. Stuck. We got stuck in a terrible traffic jam for over 2 hours this morning. I'm completely stuck on this math problem. Could you please help me out? If you feel stuck in your current career, it might be time to learn a new skill. Hamster wheel. Working 12 hours a day just to pay rent made him feel like he was trapped on a hamster wheel. You need to change your routine if you want to get off the corporate hamster wheel. Many people experience emotional burnout because their daily lives feel like an endless hamster wheel. Overthinking. Stop overthinking the interview. You prepared well and you are ready for it. Her tendency toward overthinking often prevents her from taking immediate action. Overthinking simple text messages from friends can create unnecessary social anxiety. Feel free to read it aloud. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment below.